Danny and I started the band. For a while, people even thought Danny was Swami Lushbeard. When I sort of like, used that as a nickname for him for a while. He had not, on the level of your beard, Jer, but it was more spiky. But it was nonetheless lush, and it's like we turned into a super band. We had like so much more powers at that point, at our disposal. But through that process, though, I think Matt has just become part of the band while Danny was still here. So very much, it doesn't seem like we've had to pick up the pieces at all.
It's kind of like a continuation, just a carryover.
And Danny loved that.
Yeah.
Like when he realized what was happening, he was like, "Oh my God, this is like another level."
Yeah, because it wasn't going to just stop right there.
Right.
Plus, I definitely have my burning desire to make sure that his parts still, are there, and try to get that feel that he had with his parts as best as I can. Because we're all individuals and we have our own feel for the music. Yeah. Part of the collective.
There's two kinds of people in this world, and you're not one of them.
So, it definitely lives on the recordings and, when we play out,
Yeah, and if you really want to hear what Danny can do, check out Burning Desire. Like that, he really let loose on that record. Like so many different instruments, so many different sounds. He's all over that record. And we love you, Danny.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to SBS Live this week in a special episode that is not only the third part of the epic Swami Lushbeard series, but our truly most global episode to date, with videos and artists coming to us from all over the world. So given that I know that I'm live tweeting right now out there on my side of the screen, I just want to say a quick hello to all the different countries that are potentially joining us for this episode. Huge shout out to Russia, to Australia, to the UK, to Swami Lushbeard's homeland of the USA, and of course to all of you out there in Canada and anyone else that might be watching. Thank you for joining us here on SBS Live this week. Last time we covered some pretty heavy stuff. We discussed the passing of Swami Lushbeard, keyboardist and squeezebox expert Danny. We saw on screen from the remaining members of the band just what a heartfelt and amazing tribute they had put together on their side of the screen, and what a fantastic way it was to remember this fallen brother. I want to say really quickly here just how much we had discussed at length about how to go about that and how to approach it, because it was very important for both sides, both camps, Sleepingbagstudios and Swami Lushbeard, to make sure that that was an event that wasn't exploited, but one that needed to be discussed. And I think that when you look at the episode through Swami's perspective, you can see how genuine and how much this man is remembered and missed, and how appropriately done the whole thing was. So huge shout out to Swami Lushbeard. We've had a lot of great feedback and a lot of great comments on that episode specifically, so well done to them for putting together something that is just, it was just the way it should be. In this episode we're lightening up a bit. We're talking directly with a lot of the members of Swami Lushbeard and getting a lot of the answers to all these questions that have been popping up throughout the first parts of the episode. They'll tackle the bizarre question I asked them in the preview of Part 3 in Part 2's episode. We'll get a chance to meet the beard behind the camera, the guy that's been filming Swami Lushbeard on their side. I'll lay down that special announcement I've been promising. We'll also finally get to find out what I sent to Swami Lushbeard in the mail, and I will answer questions directly from the band on this very episode. We'll have guest videos from independent acts from all over the globe, including Russian band Grena War, as well as Australian band Evolata. Lots going on, great things coming out independent music wise. We'll also have a spotlight that features the band C-Shaped from the UK. We are all over the map in this episode in more ways than one. So thank you very much for joining us once again. I'm your host, Jer SBS, and this is SBS Live This Week, Swami Lushbeard, Part 3. Alright, let's go back to A Burning Desire. I want to talk about the EP a little bit more here. Because you know I'm greedy, man. I keep talking about it, but 3 songs. I need more. Yeah. More Swami Lushbeard. But forget all that. Forget my whining, forget my complaining, forget my need for more lush-bearded songs. They helped us grow, by the way. I want to know about that EP specifically and how those 3 songs represent Swami Lushbeard today as it exists.
Well, Jared, in your response to wanting more.
More.
No, you can't have more. You cannot have more.
If you ask nicely, I think he did.
He did. No, he did. But no, honestly, I think we did that just because we wanted to give just a little taste. We didn't want to put a whole bunch of songs out there and then have somebody take the CD and be like, oh yeah, I just like a few songs. And you know, a lot of people have a short attention span, so we just wanted to give a little. And then, you know, later we'll definitely do some more like that. But we're just trying to save some room, you know, and I guess
it's a little appetizer, you know. I mean,
exactly.
But actually, we recorded another song while we were up there. It was a song I wrote like when I first came to California, and thematically it didn't really fit with the rest. I mean, those 3 songs, as a whole though, I think it's like a 3 acts. It's like a beginning, a middle, and end. I think for whatever reason, just the way that they come together, it tells the story that I'm trying to tell, basically. You know, and hopefully you find that out. You know, you explore it long enough to find out what that story is.
And he's not the only one that's greedy. We're greedy too.
Yeah.
We want more.
Yeah.
We got more. We got 3, 4 more coming out.
Yeah, there's just a new clip on YouTube as well, too. We put a couple live things up, a new song that we're going to record soon, you know.
That beard's going to be down to your knees.
Yeah.
Waiting for all the other songs to come out.
More songs, more beard growth.
This, the 3 songs, you know, I think they do represent the band better than anything else does, because, you know, the record, a lot of these guys weren't even here for Who You Were.
No.
And then, you know, when we did the EP after that, the acoustic sessions, that was sort of like, you know, just a small gathering of us. But this was the first time that actually everybody sort of contributed their own, you know, parts to it. And I think you said it yourself. I mean, it's like, I don't know, I'm really proud of it. I think it'll stand up to anything.
Yeah, it's to me, like when I joined the band, you know, listening to the first album that they
We
had,
charged them $5 for
the
job.
Yeah, you know, it was totally different. And then when I came in, even Don told me, like a year into the band, like told me, you being an addition to this band just makes it sound so much better.
And he's humble too.
Yeah. But
you all have done that, actually.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, exactly.
everybody's
We all have done that.
Yeah.
We gelled well on this. Yeah, the next one there will be a progression too, because as long as I'm still around, I guess. I'll be putting I'll be putting my part into the next next one, so that'll be different. There'll be progression there. Gotta come up with my $5 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you owe maybe $50.
Yeah. And Ian, Ian did a stellar job as well, recording with one less drum than he normally records with.
Yeah, that's always fun to do.
Yeah.
You're gonna have one string less next time.
He can do it. He can probably do it.
We're taking his E string away. See how I handle it.
Yeah.
Stringless. I'm sure it'll be fine, but
We're experimenting a lot, and a lot of the stuff that we've started to lay down is unbelievable, even to me. So I'm looking forward to recording the next few songs. So.
Yeah, we all love music, and I think this has helped our desire continue to burn.
Nice way to throw that in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I commented heavily upon the accessibility of Swami Lushbeard and the music you make in the written review we had done at sleepingbagstudios.ca. Did you agree with that, my friends in Swami Lushbeard? Explain to people that might not know the difference between being accessible and being in the mainstream.
Well, Jer, being accessible and being mainstream. Wow. Well, I would say it's somewhat like your show. Your show is accessible, but it's definitely not mainstream. Great. All right. I mean, I love it. It's great. That question, how you put that question forward was like, whoa, dude, that is
pretty
beautiful.
heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt
We had to take a moment.
We did. We did.
It was
But
awesome.
seriously though, the music, I would say there's like this fine line there. I mean, you got the mainstream stuff and whatever it is nowadays. I mean,
Cookie cutter pop.
that kind of stuff. It's everybody's listening to it. Everybody knows what it is, and it's it's kind of in the background noise, and wherever people go to dance clubs or whatever. But then there's like music that comes out it's sure you can listen to it. It's easy to listen to it. It's easy to like and everything. But the people are liking it and listening to it. They're kind of like, well, it doesn't really sound like stuff that's out there. What other band does this sound? What popular mainstream band does this sound like? Yeah, a lot of people, they just have to label something. So I think accessibility is just kind of something that it could end up being maybe the next mainstream, maybe. But it's not there. It's not there now,
The new
but it's
classic
something.
rock.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
We often
Exactly.
say that.
Yeah, we often go under the moniker, the new classic rock. Or
We're just trying to write songs that are going to be around for longer than a day.
Yeah. Some people you can dance to or listen to and just be like, head nod to in their car.
But it's interesting that you said that, because again, when I first heard that, I sort of said accessible. What is that? Like, are we handicapped or something? And that could be argued, depending on who you talk to. But when thinking about it, though, going into the project, this was I think we actually had an attempt to not make this entirely weird, to not throw a train wreck or a monkey wrench into every one of the songs. Like normally, it's like Ian will even say like, "Oh, we make it Swami or Swami-ize it or do something." We add something just so it's not your cookie cutter, cardboard cutout, like 3-minute obligatory pop song. you know, we tried to make it like ours. But this time, I think we were less concerned with that, and actually just overall concerned with just the songs themselves, and just like, you know, getting the message across. You know, hey, I have a burning desire. I want to share it with you. You know, you tell me how you feel about it.
And too, like a lot of bands, you know, a lot of bands write good music. A lot of have good lyrics. Sometimes I've seen a lot of bands that actually, you know, get stuck with kind of writing the same patterns in music. Like, you know, one tune sounds like the next tune, and you know, this, that, and the other. Like, so you get a whole album
Of
or
one
the
song.
yeah, of what sounds like one song. So we try to basically stray away from that. Like we I guess, you know.
But shit, if it sounds like anything, we say no.
Yeah.
You know, we try to.
Yeah. We always try to.
Unfortunately, the business, they want that. Because
Right.
They hear, well,
Yeah.
look at this song was popular. Can you do that?
Yeah,
They
it's just
want
like-
you to sound like the last guy.
It's just like movies, you know, they
Yeah.
continually remake the same stuff over and over again because it's like no thought. It's easy, you know. There's a built-in audience for that, you know.
Exactly.
But
We're trying to change because
yeah, we're trying to build our own audience.
Yeah, build our own audience, but also open people's minds to, like, you know, think for themselves. Yeah, because a lot of people just they tend to just gravitate towards what's
Right,
funny.
fed.
Yeah, fed.
Yeah. It's like where the sheep are led.
Exactly. One of our new songs.
I'm thrilled to showcase this next band, known before as Grena War or Grena War. I think the pronunciation was probably the same, but they have currently changed their name to the spelling of Grena War, which is really cool because it's in support for peace coming to the conflict and the violence that's currently happening in the Ukraine and in Russia. I had respect for this Russian band before, but watching them do what they can and help out wherever they can is truly inspiring to watch. And what can I say? It's just inspiring to watch. So from all of us here at Sleeping Bag Studios, we hope you all stay safe and never give up on the idea that peace is coming to your country again. This is Grena War on SBS Live This Week. Tell me about the creative process, the machine behind the music of Swami Lushbeard. I see an album, Who You Were, from 2009. See an acoustic 7-track album or EP, another EP, and of course a single. Sometimes, gentlemen, sometimes production goes down as quality goes up. So I'm wondering if you feel like that might be the case for the music of Swami Lushbeard. I know for ourselves, once we started putting the studio together and we had more toys and more music instruments to play with, it became kind of one of those, well, what do you pick up first kind of situations. And the process actually did become longer for us to write music in our own band. But give us an idea, in terms of the creative process, I suppose, what halts the music of Swami Lushbeard? Why aren't we getting a song a week? I understand the complexity that goes into your music, but you know, I'm greedy, and I want more. So what's stopping the process here? So do the best you can, I suppose, to explain it to a rabid music fan like myself. What is it that halts the process? Is it life? Is it creative flow? Is it hard to balance the schedules together? I need some justification, or I need some more music. SBS.
So let's see, what halts the creative process or what inspires the creative process? You know, it is life. I think at least it starts that way. You know, at least for writing the songs, you know, I usually write about things that I've experienced, you know, things that I felt or thought, and I don't really understand them until I get some distance from that, so some perspective. So I sort of have to experience something before I can write about it. And if you look at what we were saying, I was brought to the table for Who You Are. It's a lot different than it is for A Burning Desire, and it's because I think I had a big shift in life as well, you know. And but we do have more material, you know. We had, like we were just saying, like almost a whole set worth of new stuff that hardly anyone's heard yet, which we will record at some point, you know.
What slows me down is I gotta go home and feed the dogs. I got a couple dogs, they need to eat. And then I got a job, because I love buying cymbals. I collect them, and you know, I need money for that.
Yeah.
Other than the huge amounts of cash I make from the band. But I need even more.
Dre pays you $5, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
I pay him $5.
That buys me.
It goes to your cymbals.
That gets me the earplugs, actually, that I need.
Earplugs?
So that slows me down.
You still haven't gotten
I
those.
never have those.
What?
We gotta get you some earplugs.
Oh.
What are earplugs?
What?
Yeah.
What are earplugs?
But you know, it's
Yeah.
But
I think you've been pretty prolific. I mean, like I was saying before, we produced a whole album a year. That's pretty good. Most bands don't do that anymore. So
well, there was
they're playing stuff they've been playing 10 years ago, most bands. They're
Yeah.
not producing anymore, you know, so.
Well, that's a
it's kind of hard. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't
no,
mean to-
good.
But,
If you-
yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of hard to basically, you know, well, it's easy to shill out a bunch of songs within a week, and then you have like an umpteen amount of like, you know, material. But then again, you're right. The quality will definitely go down. What we like to do is like we just like to.
No, these guys, they're overcomplicating it. It's because
Oh.
of me. Really because of me, because I'm kind of slow.
Well, no,
Well, no,
I'm
but so,
just
so,
using you
so,
as an
this is,
example. I
no,
just
no,
used you as
so,
an example.
so look, so every inch, right? Every inch was a song where,
Yeah.
so, hey,
Is that a
so,
pistachio?
you hungry? Bring this man some food. Hey, no, but listen. So seriously though, like with every inch, right? We had. I think every inch was the turning point. Every inch was like the song that took us from where we were, and like that was the turning point. And I was so jazzed about that song. I was like, let's go in the studio, let's record it right away, let's make a video. And you know, we rushed it in a way, because like now when we play it, it has grown to be like almost mammoth, and in the
totally
studio it's so constricted and so tight.
Yeah.
But because we rushed it, you know. And I think that if we would have spent some more time playing the song live, you know, you've said this often, you know, it's like if we would have let that song grow, you know, it would have been like every foot instead of every inch.
Everything looks better.
to, you bring us ideas all the time. You're prolific that way. Then there's the process of the introduction, the dynamics of it,
Right.
and then things that you pick up as you're playing with us. You'll hear something like, "Oh, no, I want this to be like that," or "Hey, this drum, should it be, or should this symbol
Structuring
be
the
this
song.
symbol,
Yeah.
that symbol?" I mean, it gets real detailed down to what note you want in a certain place. So it does take time, but coming with the original ideas, it's awesome to be there when you throw it out at us. And go, wow.
I think also that before, I would always want everything finished ahead of time. Like in my head, I would know what's supposed to be there. But with the Burning Desire, it wasn't that way. We were playing Stay Lost before it was even called Stay Lost. We had started playing that song before it had words, which is a complete different, way to approach things. And maybe that's what's made it more accessible too, because it wasn't just so tied up in my tiny little brain. It kind of grew as a group, and you guys were able to add, all that
Absolutely.
flavor to it.
What's interesting is like how you just described all that. I go back to certain albums that I've listened to over the years and you look in the liner sheets. When you open up the fold of the CD or cassette tape, and you got like it. And back in the day in the '90s, like you saw certain bands like Pearl Jam, this, that, and the other. They had their lyric sheets like printed
Yeah.
on the inside. And you just see how, you can see how they started. Everything, like the top line is clear, and then somewhere halfway down the page, scratches, like marks, and crosses out words, this, that, and the other. That's how it is. It's just, you can't rush it. You can't just say, all right, I'm going to write this, and write this, and write this, and do that, and basically there's the song.
But as far as very keen observation about the idea of production going down as quality goes up, because we did only have three songs, but there are more. 3 songs, Jared, but we spent a lot of time on those 3 songs.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they sound, the way they do.
The process is interesting because, we'll be in the rehearsal, we record our rehearsals, we bring them back, listen to them. We think we got it right when we're listening to it here while we're playing it, but then you listen to it once we record it in the studio, quality, and go, wow, that bass drum shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Or that part, even in Stay
exactly.
Lost.
Yeah, we
the whole parts are taken out once, something's
We
wrong.
operated on that song.
Yeah.
So it's different, being behind it than when you're out front listening to it. It's so that's part of the process. Even after you've recorded it, you're still tweaking it. So.
Absolutely.
Some parts come easy, some parts not so much. When you're orchestrating and you're trying to make something that's lush. It's hard to be lush.
Ian, my friend, what can I say? My man in the iron mask. What I mean by that, dude, is, it's a fact. They keep the drummers locked away in the back, way in the back. You know it, I know it. It's just one of those things. I don't really understand what you did so wrong to the musical universe, but you're not exactly put at the front of the stage, are you? So, Ian, I figured you'd probably be the perfect person to lead me through a tour of your jam space, because obviously you got to go through all these other people in front, these rock divas, and all of their equipment just to get to your own. So, I can't think of a better person to give me a tour than you, my friend.
Hey, welcome to the Palace. I'll give you a tour of our room. It's the Swami room. Nice odor in here. Oh, you can't smell that, but you love it. This is number 9. Number 9. Lucky 9. Here it is. This is where we create the sound. The drum set. Mitch, you'll see him up there. I look at him occasionally. He never really smiles at me. And, he pushes me to the limit there. Lets me know he's not totally happy with me yet. But yeah, this is where we do our creating. Got our PA. Hung the speakers on the wall. That was a challenge. We do have a percussionist we'd like to have come in, and he stores his stuff there. course, we have our fridge for our beer. We have that. This is Don's amp. Here's where Andre picks out his bass sounds. Nice and quiet today. Normally there's other bands playing and it's kind of loud here and there, but nice quiet day today. Got a couple Van Goghs in the corner. That's always inspirational. And we got our air conditioner for when it gets hot, and it does get hot. But this is it. This is the Palace. We've been here for many years now. Kind of like our home away from home. We've had a lot of good times, and we hope to have a lot more. Hope you enjoyed the tour. Great day.
Andre, dude, I love bass, man. I love it. I just love it. I could never stop playing bass, really. It's just, why would you ever give that up once you started? There's absolutely zero reason I could ever think that would be a good idea. So, I'm hoping you can help me out with something, though. I kind of have to pick on a musician at some point to tech out a little bit for me and maybe just kind of geek the place out a little bit. So I'm hoping we can get maybe a look at your bass guitar from you and give me a couple of sample riffs while you're there.
Jer, I basically use a Fender. I have a Fender Squire. I have a Fender Jazz fretless. I have two others, 5-string Washburn and a 4-string Washburn as well. But I usually primarily use those for recording, if anything. But when I'm playing live, I use the Jazz. With this bass, if I actually need that low B or low D, I always add a hip shot drop tuner, D tuner. Basically, it takes this E string down to a D whenever I need it. But other than that, for all my basses that I pick up, I usually just do like a quick electronic swap on them, beefing them up, new pickups or new pots. But on my other gear, I use cabinets made by Ampeg. This one is my heavy duty. It's a fucking beast. It's a pain in the ass to carry anywhere. Only because it's heavy as shit. Trying to get it out of the studio that we're in right now, and to on the places on stage, it's a pain in the ass, and it can definitely throw your back out if you're not careful. But it's this is my Ampeg 410 HLF cab. They don't make them anymore. I see why, because they're so fucking heavy. But it's got great bass tone response. Got a nice horn in the middle, and it's indestructible. I've dropped it several times, and it's still shit. Other than my cabinet, I use a SWR head. Simple. It's basic. It's solid state. No tubes or anything like that. Although I do use tube amplification, I do prefer it. But this is basically my stage, road ready, unit that I use. It's just gives me all the power that I need, and nothing, sacrifices. But other than that, I have a Rocktron processor, effects processor, for phase, flange, reverb, little roto, any type of effects that I want, it's there. Chorus, and all that other stuff. So, yeah, I can give you a little sample of what it sounds like when I play through this record. So, here we go.
Now, in behind the scenes here, we send all kinds of crazy footage, crazy questions, crazy interviews, crazy things over the internet all the time. And it can get truly bizarre in the behind the scenes of these video interviews that are being done. So, I mean, last time on the show, we showed you this clip. My lush bearded friends, do you have any idea at all what I'm saying in this next track? Yeah, good luck with that. And that's a bizarre question to say the least. But believe it or not, Swami Lushbeard, first band ever to supply the correct answer. I've sent a bunch of these out, and they're the first ones to actually pull it off. With the end result putting Swami Lushbeard live on the stage for us. The performance is tailored to us at SBS and all of you out there. I can't believe they did it, and it's absolutely wicked. Huge thank you to the SL crew. You are about to watch Swami Lushbeard on SBS Live this week. My lush bearded friends, do you have any idea at all what I'm saying in this next track? Play the bottom. Why? Because I think it's the best track on the 3-song EP. Yes, I do. And the reason why is because the instrumentation, the song structure is incredible. And I want to hear it live. I'm gonna see if you could do it.
It goes out to Jer. He's on fire, unbearable, graceful.
Now, Don, you've seen through emails and written stuff that we've sent back and forth that, well, clearly I don't believe in brevity. You know about my giant, ridiculously long show that we do on SBS Live this week as well. I'm fighting that battle that people tell me that we only have a 3-minute attention span these days in the modern age. I think that's bullshit. And I rebel against it all the time, and our followers at SBS Live this week, they know this. I like to think that these people are well educated and go after the information, not just through the music, but behind the music, and through the personalities that make it. And it's something that I think is important, because I think people are starting to lose that ability to really keep that focus and attention. So I'm willing to fight the war on brevity, but I don't know, man. You seem to have good insight into the world, Don. You tell me, man, am I fighting a losing battle when it comes to the brevity issue? Do we really have a 3-minute attention span?
Well, right on, Joe. I don't know if I have any wisdom on anything, let alone brevity. You know, I'm usually somewhere right in the middle of all that kind of thing. But, you know, when we went in the studio to record A Burning Desire, we had 3 songs. And I really wasn't concerned with, how long it took to record or how long it took to listen to. I thought maybe, the longer the better. 3 songs, give the listener, a little bit more for their money, a little bit more bang for their buck. And when we finished, we played it for a few people, got some feedback, and one of the things that came out of that was that Stay Lost was a little bit, how can you say, like meandering. A little bit of stop-start, and never really got into gear, and as usual, I was pretty offended by that. No, I get defensive when it comes to stuff like that, but as I get older, I think I want to fight less, or maybe I'm just a little less stubborn, and so we went back, took another look, or listen, as it were, and found a few points in the song where we could do a little nip and tuck, take it a little bit off there, a little bit off that, and damn it, the song is much better now. And I would have never thought that. I thought it was, perfect in its epicness, but maybe it was just a little bit overboard. I think it says a lot more now without asking so much of the listener, and so, in terms of asking for people to listen, the 3-minute attention span. It may even be 2.5 minutes at this point, Jer. Good luck. If there's anything I can do in your support for the war on brevity, let me know. But I think we may be fighting a losing battle. Nowadays, to me, it seems like it's not really so much as what's happening now is what's the next thing, what's happening next. It's everything is just so quick, stop, start, gone in a flash, and then here again tomorrow. And you don't even really have to focus on anything. It just seems like, you have the world at your fingertips now. You can look up whatever you need to know, just no need to remember. So I think in light of that, it's so much more important to make a connection, especially for us, we're trying to write songs and, share our experience with people and hopefully make a connection because, maybe somebody doesn't have an hour to listen to a record these days. If you make a connection, then maybe they'll come back and listen when they do have time. Maybe they'll even turn some friends onto it as well. And that's what we're hoping for.